Almost absolutely tore apart the entire lobby, but yes, we do, MZ. We take those.
She's really good with snipers. I'll give her that.
There, almost through the wall.
What the heck?
We saw a little bit that.
She is a sniper, alright. She is a sniper.
Ooh.
She is built to be a sniper.
Hearing the okay, hearing the strategies on that one. She knows exactly what she's doing here, but they are dominating right now. Another one goes down. Gosh, this is a sniper we have to try when we're home.
You know, I gotta just reveal my position here on it. I know the community talks about it a lot when it comes to the competitive side of the esport. Are we gonna see snipers in the game? Feels like we should have a chance to see this one.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna see snipers during the weekend, especially if she's showing it off. Yeah, of course snipers are gonna play. Of course snipers are gonna play.
On with the coverage for today.
They're gonna be sniping like crazy this weekend. So I've got to be very careful about where they hit.
A little bit more with them as we sat down to talk to Dog for a pep talk.
Dog. By the way, our creators are rocking Corsair peripherals throughout the venue, so you at home can enter for a chance to win the peripherals bundle by entering the sweepstakes.
Ooh, that does look nice.
Call of Duty X account and use
that does look nice.
Below. But we'll be.
It's a shame it's only on. It would be nice if it was on more social platforms like Instagram. Would be kind of nice, but unfortunately not. So that's a shame. But I mean, I have to admit though, the Tiosh map is really nice. Really nice map, and I love it. I love what they're showing.
Every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144Hz native refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV of Call of Duty. Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Operators, get ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize. A trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today. Welcome back, Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Looking sick, looking slick. We've been joined by Lawrence Metten, Associate Design Director at Treyarch. Lawrence, I know there is a lot of stuff going on with Prestige in Black Ops 7. So firstly, welcome to the Only Room. Secondly, tell us more.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have classic Prestige in Black Ops 7. We have a new journey. Excited to share more about the updates coming to Prestige Master and the icons and things like that as we get closer to launch. But our big story with Prestige in Black Ops 7 is the return of Weapon Prestige. And we're really doing for Weapon Prestige in BO7 what we did for Classic Prestige in Black Ops 6, and that's bring back a fan-favorite progression system in a way that feels faithful to the way it used to work, but also bigger and better than ever.
So Weapon Prestige is bringing
that is awesome. That's what we want to hear.
Players with their favorite weapons. Lawrence, tell us how this is going to work.
Yeah, so reach max weapon level, you're going to have the choice to enter Weapon Prestige. Doing so will automatically unlock a unique Prestige attachment that each weapon in the game has. And these are chunky, build-changing attachments that really change the way those guns play. You're also going to unlock a camo, and the Weapon Prestige system is packed with camos, some of which are remastered Black Ops 2 camos. So you may see some fan-favorite camos on the screen here. You know we had to do graffiti camo.
One of my favorites.
Oh, it's so many.
Oh, that's great.
Charms, camos, attachments, Prestige has got it all going on. But Lawrence, it feels like Black Ops 7 is seriously about the camos this time around.
Oh yeah, we're going big with camos. So we have our core camo grind. We have camos in Prestige. We're going to have camos in our live seasons, so
Wow.
weekly challenges. We'll have 2 camos per season, an animated camo to chase for completing that system. We're going to have camos in our seasonal events, and I mean, we're going big with camos. There's a redacted camo.
We heard people like camos.
The jacket
people
don't lie,
like camos.
folks. The jacket don't lie.
Yeah, he came
got
prepared.
camos.
Like we were like, there's only one thing you're allowed to wear.
He's working through his
Lawrence.
headshots.
Yeah,
He's early in his journey.
I'm 5 headshots in on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing.
All right, I know we all love the camos. Matt, what's your favorite one?
I mean, so Lawrence mentioned we've got some remasters, some reimagines. I worked on Black Ops 2. One of my favorites. It does relate to a breakfast meat.
You know, I've been outside your office with, signs picketing for this one.
You have been sliding bacon strips under my office door.
Subtle.
Subtle, but we took it. So hey, I'm gonna go with bacon. Bacon camo.
And it's never looked better.
It's sizzling in
It
this
is hot.
game.
It sizzles. It's greasy. It's all of the
all the things
All
we
of the
needed to
things.
do.
Wow.
Okay, so while we unlock these camos and more throughout this progression journey, the best part is if you make something awesome, you can now share it with your friends. A first now in Black Ops. Lawrence, can you explain the sort of the build share for us?
Yeah, weapon build sharing. We wanted to do this for a long time. We've finally been able to do it with Black Ops 7. You can send a build you've created directly to a friend. You can grab a build from the kill cam. So if someone's got your number in a match and you're like, man, what's that guy using? Grab that build, throw it into your loadout for the next game. And then you can also share via a build code. So right in the gunsmith is a build code. Edit a build, edit a weapon, and that build code updates. Anytime you see a screenshot of the gunsmith posted to socials or out of game, grab that build code, throw it into your game, and you're rocking that gun.
Yep.
My days of digging through the spreadsheets are over.
Yeah, I can join
I'm
my
so
pro.
excited.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree, yeah.
Straight into my loadout. Sick. That's so cool.
It's I spent a lot of time on the social medias looking
Yeah.
for meta builds, so I no longer have to do that. I can just grab a code, and I will also. We saw Pablo talking about our weapons earlier. I will often hit him up on a Saturday night and be like, "Hey,
If you want to know
what is
anything,
what is the best
Pablo's
weapon,
your guy.
Pablo?" And now he can just send me a code.
Yeah.
Pablo build codes are blessed.
Pablo
If
build-
you get a build code
Absolutely.
from Pablo,
Maybe
you know it's
maybe
gonna
we
fly.
will be blessed and get one from him
Yep.
closer to launch. But we've already seen quite a bit of gameplay today. But one thing we have not seen is modes. More modes, new
Yep.
modes. We need
Modes.
to talk about
We got
modes.
modes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we are talking about skirmish.
That's right.
Which is not in the beta, but will be there at launch. What's skirmish all about, Matt?
Yeah, so Brittany said we got maps, and I'm going to say we got modes. Skirmish is our high player count 20v20 mode based on Avalon. We will have 2 launch maps on day 1. We'll have Mission Edge and Mission Tide. They're very different. We've got one kind of skyscrapers, ritzy, glitzy, glamour, wingsuit, grapple all over the place. Then we've got one that's a bit more grounded and plays a bit more like a familiar multiplayer play space. We love our high player count modes at Treyarch. We've taken inspiration from Fireteam. We've taken inspiration from Combined Arms. And we've got something really exciting for day 1.
Nice.
Really, really exciting stuff. We also have a new mode that we're going to be seeing live gameplay for today called Overload. What's that about?
Well, we're going to find out. Back to the studio.
All right, Overload.
My name is Miles Ross. I'm here with Joanna, lead game designer on all things modes here in Black Ops 7.
So tell me about modes. What do you and your team do?
My team focuses on designing game modes here at Treyarch.
There's one mode that we would love to talk about, a brand new mode called Overload. What is that?
It's a 6v6 objective mode. You have 2 zones, they have 2 zones. Your goal is to secure the overload device and pick it up and capture it in one of the opposing team zones. Once you secure the device, you have an outline on you to indicate that you have the device. By bringing the device to one of the zones, your team gets 1 point. Your goal is to get 8 points to win the match. And it's been great working on this mode with our partners at Binox.
What happens after I score? Does it respawn in a set position or is it random?
An overload device will spawn in one of those 3 locations. The rotations of each spawn is predetermined for each map.
Okay.
Excellent. This sounds like a very competitive mode.
Oh yes, it is very competitive. It requires a lot of team coordinations and strategies.
Sick. Okay, when it comes to internal playtests,
yeah, I gotta
are you
keep
guys
that in
crazy?
mind.
I mean, who's the goal scorer for you guys?
I would have to say I'm the one who tends to be the one picking up the objective and running the device, mainly because I'm an objective player, and a lot of my team members like Matt Trons and Colin Overhaul, they are the slayers in my team. So they tend to clear it my way, and so that I could capture the zone.
So the boys are allergic to the objective. Noted. Good to know. Are there anything within the sandbox of BO7, any new tacticals or anything fun you would recommend using in the mode?
I would suggest you equip the new Sight Grenade. It activates hallucination of enemies that are not there. And so when they shoot them, they just burst in red mist. It's fantastic.
So if I get hit by a sight grenade, I will hallucinate, see things that aren't really there.
Yes.
But I can engage with them. And my teammates just think I'm going crazy and shooting walls.
Yes, correct.
That's how I know I'm in trouble. This sounds so much fun. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And we get to play this in the beta as well.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see y'all in the beta.
Thanks, Joanna. Back to you.
Yeah, that is pretty cool though. We're gonna get to play that.
And you can play Overload in the beta. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access.
That is
to the
amazing.
Black
We
Ops
get to
7
play
beta,
this
starting in
weekend.
just 2 days
I think I'm gonna have to
on
play it
October
with
2nd. Plus,
Nikita,
don't
and we'll
forget
have to
jump
come
into
up
the
with
beta
like
on
some
day
sort of
2
strategy
early access
to win and
experience
stuff.
A taste of zombies with survival. Preload the beta starting tomorrow. And remember, when you play,
oh,
the
that's
upcoming
cool.
Black Ops
They got
7 beta, you
emblems
can
and
earn
stuff.
all the new rewards
That's
in-game,
cool.
usable in the beta and
Look
in Black Ops
at
7
these
at
calling cards.
launch.
Oh my
If
god.
you plan on playing the Black Ops 7 beta on PC, you must have secure boot and TPM
Alright, so gotta make sure to
enabled
scrap this,
to get
everyone.
in on the action. This is part of an ongoing effort
Especially
by
if you're
Team
on PC.
Ricochet to
Definitely
make sure
scrap
Call of
this.
Duty players have the most secure and competitive play. Check out the QR code for more
Hopefully this
information
is
on
gonna
how to make sure your
eliminate a
machine
lot of
is
cheaters
compliant. Now
this
let's check out
weekend.
some Overload.
Hopefully it's going to be helpful.
I cannot wait to see some Overload. I know all of us are itching to see if there's going to be a competitive future in this brand new mode. Some historical nostalgia, kind of maybe leaning on some previous game modes, but something that is so dramatically
That's
unique.
cool.
And with the new mode comes another new map. Let's open up
dude, another
and
new
find
map.
our way
Let's
into
go.
the Australian desert
All right,
of
let me go to the
exposure to
zoo
check
for a
out
moment.
Overload. Take me through just this first half of the game that we're about to see here, Dream Crazy. What are we looking at?
This map looks wild from a standpoint, but you really do have the ability to work to the sides. We have a suspended guild crate, which allows jumping across ladders to gain higher vantage points. And then you have this like indoor control room, which kind of like acts as a node for, enclosed areas, good for holding exits and entrances.
Absolutely the case. Again, some of the keys as we see Simp's team run away with an 8-1 victory. Here are the things that we just need to point to. You saw it in the opening video. The key is to get to 8 total points overall. That gets you a net win. But I think for those that are thinking more on the competitive structure, really the mode is set up into be 2 different halves. You can get 4 points in a particular half. That immediately ends the half and you switch sides so that way you're not just sitting on one side of the map the entire time.
Exactly. It makes it a little bit more fair that way, switching the sides. And then, of course, should we get there overtime, right? We'll talk about that there later.
We will talk about that later. But that was just a small look at exposure. We also have another new map for you to get a little bit more of a deep dive on, and that is Imprint. And this is really fun, and I didn't actually realize this until Brittany was talking about it. As you run through some of the snow parts of the map, you actually leave footprints behind. So not only is this a 3D printing-based facility, but Imprint also lends towards that other new mechanic of being able to see some of those snow footprints as you walk through.
Now I gotta ask her, do we hear the crunching? Does it really get that realistic? But that's something we've heard before. Hopping here on Imprint, this is also another one with an inner facility, right?
I have to say, this map looks
in the
cool.
center part of the map, and then also those hazardous drops around the map, but also an inclinator.
I do like the look of what they've got with this
lifts
map.
people up in those upper zone snow zones.
Indeed the case. And this is also an overload mode that we're seeing at the moment. And another thing to point to, that overload device has 3 different spawn points, and you heard Joanna talking about it, per map. They're set locations. But where it spawns may determine what exactly your setup and strategy is going to look like as you try to score, whether that be at the A or the B point. So really interesting dynamicism being brought into this new game mode that I think, again, fuels that competitive spirit that we're all looking for.
Yeah, Yeah, indeed. And yeah, some of the spawn points and the fact that, again, that it does rotate around the map, it really kind of just allows you to set things up here. But an extra shout out here to Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast. Head to callofduty.com, callofduty.monsterenergy.com, excuse me, to see how you can earn bonus in-game rewards.
I'll tell you, I am a Monster fan, and I've been picking up that no sugar white Monster, and yep, there are still beta rewards being pushed onto those cans, so make sure you get you some immediately. Another one of those spots, again, that overload device. Some of you may be wondering, what happens if you fall off the map with the device? Well, there's no like cheese in terms of possession. It'll just pop right back up to where you fell off the map, so you don't have that stall tactic that can sometimes be used.
I have to say, yeah, there's definitely some intensity with this mode.
Stephanie's team currently
you can definitely
some of the
feel
players
it.
had a little play test of that and trying to throw it off the map and realize, okay, we can't get set up on reset. We have to play from this awkward position. So that really does force some of these players to, you know, really rethink their strategies.
Absolutely the case. So again, keep your eye on it. As that overload device, we also notice that as you either capture it or have it in possession, rather, I should say, or if the enemy does, an outline will reveal your position. So it's something, again, to kind of keep in mind in terms of what am I actually doing? Where am I going? How's my team setting up around me? That level of intel gathering is constantly there as you're playing off of the objective. So that's not unfamiliar, I think, for a lot of modes in the past that are possession-based objectives. So something to keep in mind as you experiment with this new competitive mode. You also see where exactly that next spawn point is going to be for the OBJ. So again, just things to kind of keep in mind as you play. And as you continue to look further in towards the beta, make sure you shout out and take a look at Polaris, the official Call of Duty off-road vehicle partner.
Now, kind of you see Stephanie here. They did have a 5-0 lead, and that red team just kind of inching their way back in, as you can see, because you know, with these minute left here, kind of just seeing how much time that we have before the sides are switched, or if should that need to happen. If we didn't already, I know we're kind of jumping into these games that they have started, but you can kind of see there does create an opportunity for teams to come back. Plus, with that Omni movement and you know utilizing it, how quickly they can get around.
And you also see just on the UI right here, Stephanie's able to find a nice two-piece. That yellow outline revealing that, yep, she is indeed being hunted out. Can you get to the goal in time? Sure can.
Oh, she made it.
Away of Stephanie for a 6-2 edge in this particular game.
That's really good. Yeah, that's a good job for them. I'm glad that they got the win.
If you are a partner, or at least using them as a provider, Xfinity customers can get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Let me say that again for those that may not have heard me. If you have Xfinity, you get early access to Black Ops 7. Make sure you go and sign up, though, at xfinity.com/rewards.
Pointing out some of the, you know, extra perks, streaks, equipment that we're seeing in the game here. We do see, you notice in Overload, EMPs being utilized as well as, a victory comes in for Stephanie and her squad, 6-2, but you've noticed that, right? EMPs being able to disrupt some of those plays, those push plays with the
that was impressive.
Just quickly,
that was impressive.